Doing. So we're gonna discuss this. Okay, so I'm gonna turn this around, and I said turn around because one thing about me, I'm not gonna pick sides. Okay, when I see ignorance, I'm gonna call that shit out. I don't give a fuck if y'all get offended, lick my dick, eat my booty hole, whatever. I'm not to be nasty. It just it gets on my nerves that people try to use racial politics on me. Okay, I identify as African American, French, Spanish, Creole. English, Irish, Scottish, State American. Identify as multiracial. They don't go along with Masters one drop rule. I can get damn by a white person see me as black. White man is not God to me. A white cop is not God to me. Actually, I told two white cops that I'm multiracial and checked their asses when I was falsely accused back in 2020. They were shocked that I was a smart brother, okay? Did not know I can get their ass in trouble legally, okay? Official oppression, penal code 39.3. Anyway, not to talk about that. Just give you an example because I try to come with all these dumb excuses trying to scare me. I don't share feeble mentality. It's what Margaret Sackler said. You know, she was a bitch and she was racist. I get that, but some people, African do share slave, aka feeble mentality. I had to tell it like it is. This whole no kings um, protest, and people acting saying say now on March, I'm with you because I'm mixed with Spanish too, besides Spanish Creole, besides, you know that's Spanish origin, but there's some Hispanic people, I said some, who are anti-black, who forget their ass got black in them, and I ain't talking about the Caribbean, I'm talking about the Mexicans too. So right now, California acting a fool down there, and it waited for Afro Mexicans. It wouldn't be no California, Louisiana. Let's call it is. That's my reverse of a Tupac song. It would be no LA without Afro Mexicans, because it was Afro Mexicans who founded California, okay? And Louisiana. I mean Los Angeles. Excuse me. Okay, it was mestizos too, but you know, it was Afro Mexicans who were part Spaniard and black, or part indigenous and black, or Afro mestizo who was involved. Los Angeles in California, that's the last Mexican governor, was Afro mestizo Pio Pico. People don't know they fucking history. People so dumb as this one's in. So let me get back to this. So I'm turning this around because I know y'all can say, oh, he's trashing. No, I'm about to say all my African people. OT, the Mexican OT, went to um, what's the name, the part black Asian chick, Angela Yee's show, and the sister who's Nigerian, I mention these immigrant names, Nigerian, asked OT Mexican about the N word. Any black guys in here ain't gonna do what you gonna do about it. So, you know he's from Texas, I'm from Texas, and I'm 20 years older than this asshole, this been that hoe. And I remember back when before this asshole was born, when I was in my 1920, I turned 20 in 1999, so I'm going to be 46 soon. I remember African descent people, Black American descent people. So, you know, we're not pure black. I'm not with the one drop rule. We are mixed race black people. You're dark skinned. You still have somebody that was not black in your family. Okay, that got your ass here. Okay, you're mixed with indigenous and white, just like many of us are. Had told me to hush when I have argued with Latinos who used the N word. This was 2 years before Jennifer Lopez used the word nigga. You know, Shanti's vocals in there, but she did lip sync the word nigga. And Ja Rule admitted he wrote the song remix. They stole stuff from Mariah Carey, okay, who also part Hispanic. Mariah Carey's dad was Venezuelan and African American, and his daddy did not look black. I'm not saying he had black in him. He do not have black in him, but Mariah Carey's grandfather did not look black. Okay, he looked, racially bigots, mixed with Spanish, Native, and black. Okay, every time I get an argument, well, they were Afro Latino, and he's still a black man because of ethnicity and nationality. Okay, but like they had mestizos mixing with Africans too, just like in Mexico, down in Venezuela. Okay, and when I see his picture, he's very light skinned. Okay, and I bet he was at the border. They think he was Mexican. Talking about Mariah Carey's grandfather, Roberto Nunez, aka Robert Carey. He changed his name. Okay, when he married her African American descent grandmother. Okay, you know Mariah, I'm a big Mariah Carey fan. Okay, so don't fuck with me about that. Okay, but my point is, I remember on Vibe magazine, Jennifer Lopez. This is a African American descent, Quincy Jones, Vibe magazine. She was using so much N-bombs, calling Mark Anthony a nigga. So on what do you call that? That article La Vida Loca, you know, it's Ricky Martin's song, but they put it at when Jennifer Lopez on the cover. Okay, I remember having Vibe magazine back in 1999. This was for OT, the OT. Now I'm for SPM, South Park Mexican, to get out of prison because I know a story that he was set up. Okay, people talking about they falsified paperwork too. You're tired of people from California. You know damn well they have a lot of police brutality going on, and Debbie Gaines and Kamala fighting both of damn ugly ass Kamala because she was one of the people who did that shit. Okay, before she tried to get in office. Okay, well she was a prosecutor. Point is, people falsify paperwork too. So don't come at me with that. I don't defend no pedophilia. When people falsely accused, that's why I defend your ass. Okay, now, but even him using the N word. Why he was using the N word? Cyber Mexican. Because other African people, and I'm gonna go ahead and be classes up here, you know, go middle class, from the damn hood, with low education in their mindset, told light-skinned Latinos, since they're in the hood and they're not white, they can use the N-word. I remember back in the 90s arguing with African people, say y'all stupid. I remember that. You saying they can use the N, we can't use the WB word, SPIC word, if I knew about my Hispanic was Louisiana 2016, because you know that I learned on my mom's side, and I know I was speaking Spanish back then. And he's getting into an argument with Latinos, and their African friend will come in and try to defend them and fight to argue about that we all niggas. I don't share slave mentality. How many times I keep telling you? I don't share that female mentality that Marcus was talking about. Okay, you know Marcus was a racist bitch, but we do see some people who have allowed themselves to be female. Okay, we're no longer in chains. Okay, so the truth of the matter is, it was African people who told Black American descent, FBA, whatever, told these light-skinned Latinos, whether they're Mexican, Puerto Rican, Cuban, Dominican, so, oh, you in the hood and you not white, and we going to this strange show. You can call us niggers. You know, we all niggers. I remember hearing that bullshit, and I said, y'all some dumb ass. You right. You are some dumb ass niggas. I tried not to use the N word, but you show the white man's nigga. If there was a slave revolt, y'all would be defending the slave masters. Let that be known, because it was education to get your bitch ass out of the plantation. They didn't want the slaves to read. They want to be dumb and stupid and be the nigga, aka ignorant. So when I hear y'all call yourself niggas, that's why on this doggone YouTube I have started using that word. Not referring myself as the word, because I don't call myself that, but as a put down to remind you what the word comes from. Because some of y'all have tried to flip it. You can't flip it. You're not seeing Hispanics flipping the SPIC and WICK. Now, of course, I'm part Hispanic, Louisiana Spanish, and I call myself an Afro-Spec because I had African people. When I mentioned it, I mixed with this, have referred to me as that word, and I'm like, if you dumbass people want to reject me, the ones who do that shit, I don't mind. Because I say dumbass, the N-words. You call yourself a nigga, you go along with white supremacy and black inferior complex. Why would I want to be cool with you? You have a right to reject me. You part of the problem. You go along with the problem. You complacent of it. Complacent of it, like Cindy G said on her song, I'm not her videos. I'm not all that fan with Cindy G, but she got some points. Just like Tom you, the point is you can't generalize every sister and every brother as being bad. But yes, we need to call out the ones that's making our community bad. I'm sorry, both the men and women who got a dick, I'm be nasty, who got a dick in the pussy, or nowadays changing, or they born with both or whatever. They going along with the narrative being statistical because everybody own individual. Y'all try to be collective. That's the problem. If not for collectivism, because you try to duck anybody with African American descent and try to get them to represent the community. And you can't make a heartstring war. It's not slavery no more. Okay? We're free. So the African American people who had told Latinos, this is before OT, domestic OT was born. Back in, he born in 99. I was born in 79. I'm 20 years older than him. He was just barely a baby. And I remember we'll get into arguments, discussion. Man, why you gotta talk about this? Yeah, but you are a nigga. No, I'm not a nigga. You call your own self a nigga being stupid. Going to being female and trash bag and low end. Yeah, yeah. Well, I don't want to hear your dumb excuse. That's how you grew up in the hood. Yes, the CIA operation was to put people African in the hood and other minorities so they can destruct themselves. Drugs, bad environment, shooting, crime, mildew, roaches, rats, um, all that. Bad park management. Oh, let's call it like it's all set up by the CIA, by the government. We all should know that. The hood was not African people when they left the slave plantation, when they got educated, did not go and create hood. We had Black Wall Street, you dumbass fool. And some of the towns, the called black towns, was by slave owners. And I'm saying that, he said, huh? Because we mixed with white, and some of our ancestors had white parents, okay? Sometimes say on who was not the rapist, who actually was in love with the sister or the black sister or the mixed race black sister, but caring and like that shit. No, it's more to say not just everybody raping. And we had those who consensual was in having sex and caring the white woman and like that shit. Look at the movie Queen with Halle Berry, Alex Hayes' paternal grandmother. Okay, remember they found out when she found his black her black Cherokee mixed black Cherokee grandmother was messing with her mama. Her mama messed with a slave owner. And Margaret played the Karen Beach, the white race woman, and she got them out the plantation. And I remember she told Queen, what's her name, Raven Simone played Queen, showed did. And she said, "This is your new mammy." I'm not a mammy, I'm a mystery. Remember that? So I'm letting you know it wasn't always right. You had some sisters that was willfully going along with the sex with the master, and if Missa, okay, Karen, bitch, Becky, the racist, if she ain't like that shit, she'll try to do something to your ass. Sure would. Sure would. They'll take it out on the sister. People don't know the history. The white woman who married to the slave owner would get so fucking mad. How dare you sleep with that N-word bitch? You know what I'm saying? And she'll go down and try to abuse you. Sure would. Okay? Get your soul. You over here messing with my man. She said, don't mess with my man. Okay? People don't know that damn history. To take one part of history, just go to arrest. No, please stop doing that shit. Shoot, get on my damn nerves. But yeah, African people, not all, back in the day told Latinos who light skinned Latinos to go and use the N-word back in the 1990s. I don't forget that shit. I'm 45 years old, be 46 soon. Leo season, baby. Leo season come up. Just can't see right now. But I'm Leo, okay? So my birthday come up. And I remember arguing with other African people who says y'all stupid to let these folks use the N-word. And what got you waking up was a Trayvon Martin case, because you know that George Zimmerman used the N-word on his MySpace, Tugnig, because African friends back in MySpace days said that he can use the N-word and call himself one too. Yes, he do have Afro-Peruvian blood. His mother, Gladys, have an Afro-Peruvian grandfather, okay? But he is mixed with black, but he don't look black. And we have a history of light-skinned Latinos. Yes, Latinos have black. Yes, Mexicans have black blood too. Besides this, hold up. However, because they didn't classify them as black, and it was classified as white, RNA white, even though they're not, and white folks still treat them like shit, they participated in white supremacy towards African people. Started here in Texas. When the people ignore our state, okay? Texas was stolen from Mexico for slavery. Yes, the Mexicans at the border who were not with that shit helped your ass cross the border to be free. But the Mexicans that was here in Texas who kissed ass to Sam Houston, I'm from Houston, Texas. And you all know Sam Houston was a slave master, so was Stephen F. Austin. And actually, when people tell me the Mexican names were black, I laugh because Stephen F. Austin, the so-called father of Texas, said that the Anglo-American race against Mongol, Spanish, Indian, and Negro race. He knew that Mexicans had black ancestry. So don't come in with that lie you don't have it. He knew they're mixing down there in Mexico with the caste system and shit. And Vicente Guerrero, who was part Afro-Mexican, who basically, he can do that, okay? That's why they had a race. So when they found it was Tejano soldiers here in Texas, Tejanos who wanted to be part of that shit, they became slave owners and they were defending this as slave. Yes. So these Mexican Americans who come here and say, well, they ignored that their own. Yes, I'm gonna blame the Mexican folks too. Your ancestors who kissed ass to white Anglo-Saxon slave owners who did participate in taking Texas away from Mexico, did participate in slavery, did become slave owners, was involved in the Civil War in the Confederate side. Hold up, not just the Mexicans, it was some Puerto Ricans and Cubans involved too. Go look that up. So when y'all sit here saying, oh, they went to, yes, Latinos did, but they were Latinos who participated in white supremacy to try to kiss ass to our white racist cousins who Anglo-Saxon. Stop lying, okay? All right? And when I hear y'all saying it's okay for using the N-word, not knowing that history, don't cry when you become what happened to Trayvon. I'm not bashing Trayvon Martin, but that's what it shouldn't take Trayvon Martin's death and Nori Martinez and all them to wake you up. Evelyn Zada, she been using the N-word for a long time and did not have black blood till later on. She started admitting when it went to OG, caught her ass out bad for a while. Now she Afro-Latina. And I'm not lying, she is mixed with African. But all this time she been denying it. And saying the N-bomb and told Ocho Cinco, Charles Johnson, I said what she said, yo, black ass on black wife, and I'm looking at Shawnee O'Neal. You are the executive director of that show. You let her say that? Like Erica Mena been saying anti-black stuff. She Dominican, Puerto Rican. You let her say that stuff to she called Spice a blue monkey. So a lot of accuracy people have allowed this to go on. Diddy, when Jim Lovett got in trouble for saying the N-word, I'm 45, I remember this shit. Diddy, you know, the sex offender, okay, the Chester, the Charmo Chester, the nasty ass bitch should be locked up. He said that it was okay because us Puerto Ricans and blacks, we said the N-word all the time. And Ja Rule said the same damn thing. I see why 50 said he was a wankster. Yeah, and I read Superhead's book. She did not know. Ja Rule's wife, you delusional. You know Ja Rule sleep with Superhead. And Superhead is African American, Puerto Rican. She's Spanish too. African, Puerto Rican, and Danish. No, Welsh or something like that. Yeah, her mama who beat her, who be using her back in the Caribbean because she's from the Virgin Islands. Her dad African American descent. Superhead Kareem Steffens. I read her book. It was not, and Shanti was not sleeping with Ja Rule. She messed with Irv Gotti. Ja Rule was messing with Superhead. And I remember Superhead wife I'm trying to talk about. She lying. She ain't lying. That's how Whitney Houston. Bob Brown broke up because Bob Brown messed with her too. Okay? I remember that. I keep up with something. I'm 45 years old. I'm in this shit. Okay? But going back to the situation, this is why I'm against them using the N-word. And I have the Spain blood too. Okay? People forget Louisiana was not just a French colony, it was a Spanish colony. So I have Spain blood too from Louisiana. Okay? And so just like it's wrong to call them the SPIC, WICK, it's also wrong to them call people niggas too, okay? But it was people African descent who told them, and I'm not lying. And I saw this and argued in back in the 90s and 2000s. I'm not lying, never forget that bullshit. Even at Job Corps, you had some Africans say, yeah, they can say nigga. They not white, nigga. Yeah, I don't forget that shit. So before we start going bashing OT, I don't like his ass either. The domestic OT. Before we start bashing him, who are the accuracy people who gave him the mic? One thing you got to give credit where credit's done. God rest the soul of Toker, because no one's not mentioning him. Toker was a Chicano rapper from the South Side. He was South Side, yes, he was South Sider, and he was Eazy-E's friend. So not all Serranos are anti-black, okay? Get tired of hearing that bullshit. Y'all like to I don't like ignorance, y'all. I have low tolerance for ignorant people. So Eazy-E gave him the mic. Toker said in his video, because Toker talks much like I do, okay? God rest his soul, he got killed in Mexico years ago. Toker said that he always check other Latino dudes, Mexicans, who use the word nigga. He says like calling people way back. He said that. And then he said, well, okay, we have people say, well, my friend said we're gonna meet the wrong motherfucker. He said it too. Who ain't gonna take this shit? I am that wrong motherfuckers. I don't call myself a nigga. My grandparents raised me, they're from Jim Crow. You know, it was abuse towards me, but they to let me know that, you know what I'm saying, that you don't go around calling yourself a nigga. Okay? This low mindset, feeble mindset, the minute you try to Oh, it gets on my nerves in our community. That's why I believe in separate within, because you can't make a hard streak war. Okay, and that church did the same thing when their brother went and told the slave owner that he went to lynch. See, that's why I believe us not all us come together, because you got to discern it be like-minded people. Keyword like-minded people. So, Kid Frost, this is for Rasa. Easy, he gave him light too. See, people know the history, the hip hop history. He said he don't believe in Mexicans using the N-word. He got on Scott 69's ass about that too. Yes, he is. But this is what happened. Back in the 90s, it was Afro-Mexican people, both men and women, who told these folks it was okay to use the N-word. I ain't not know Cypress Hills, who I hear the edited version of their music. The part Mexican and Cuban guy, Be Real, he part Mexican and Cuban. He was saying the N-word too. When him and West Coast connection beefing, the N-word was used. Sure was. It was Afro-Latino on his Cypress Hill. You know what I'm saying? But it was Cuban, but it didn't matter. Okay? And they gave this before Jennifer Lopez Unreal. Okay? And it's a Fat Joe and Big Pun, Angie Martinez, and they do. If you talk to actors people who hang around them, it was always an argument. They came from the hood. They grew up in the hood, and they not white. Okay, and same thing with Amanda Perez. She Mexican. She sang R&B, and she used the word nigga when she was arguing about how Hispanics are ignored in this, police brutality situation. But to Amanda Perez, bitch, but okay, yes, Latinos and badgers who do the same thing to African people. Okay, because it happened to me. And I got one that bitch ass and talking about also Sergeant Ruiz. You bitch ass crying on Channel 11. You're crying because I did a report on your bitch ass and I snitch on your ass, commit official oppression. Look, I don't play victim. That's one thing a lot of African people love to do, play victim. I don't. I do all my best to be the victor. Okay? That's different from me. That's why I don't hardly get along with other actors, because it's a slave indoctrination. A lot of people who had slave ancestors, not all of us was enslaved, but their mindset passes to the next generation, how we treat each other, how we, I'm beating kid believe because I used to get whooped, I'm going to murder whoever did it. Yes, I did. I said what I said. I'm not Bernie Mac, okay? But you know what I'm saying? King Kong bullshit was just so shit. He was defending shit. But see, right there, I continue couldn't make it because the idea you could be on somebody who acts. But I bet when I be on that white woman he married. Come on now, because remember both of them married white folks. Tina Turner married a white man. He married a white woman. So did. He couldn't beat that white woman. He been lynched. Come on now. So that's my thing. We've been taught to be destructive towards each other in self-destruction. And people misinterpret the Bible, twist and scripture. Don't give me that too, okay? I know that trick as well. I'm not one of the folks what happened to Jim Jones. No offense to Jim Jones down there in South America. You know what I'm talking about, the cult leader, not the rapper. He brought Hispanic to the rapper. He had Afro Caribbean Ruby on mom's side. Dad it was Puerto Rican. Okay. Truth of the matter is y'all don't understand. You can't just criticize the Latinos who doing it. Because I'm older than y'all, have y'all who running their mouths. I remember seeing this shit in the late 90s and 2000s. And I said, they were saying the word nigga. Well, they can say, you had old school dudes letting these young little Latinos call them. They said, like, what? And I remember old school, but like, and two, when going settings, the old sisters who in the hood let these light-skinned Latinos come in and cuss. Now, you had one of your grandkids, y'all get all mad acting up fool. I want to say the word, the stitch of word, chip it out. But y'all ain't gonna. I seen this shit. But that's why you respect some of the elders, because some of y'all plantation Jim Crow mind too. Okay? I ain't got no tires for nobody. I don't. I don't have no fight. I'm in my 40s, y'all. I didn't have no tire then. I ain't gonna have tire now. I even argue with a priest, but I'm Catholic. I was raised Catholic. I can't have 13. Y'all don't be arguing. Okay, I ain't saying I don't give a care about that collar around there. No, I'm sorry. I got no tolerance for people like that. I don't. Okay? Now, Okay? I don't. So, and since y'all should have no time for because maybe with this stuff would not be going on right now. I just woke up, y'all. I'm just tired. Okay? I need my blood pressure medication. Yep, I do have high blood pressure. Okay? So, just letting you know, I remember this shit back in the 90s and 2000s, because back in the 80s, brothers and sisters didn't play that. African people did not play no Latino, Mexican, Puerto Rican, Cuba ever come here and saying the word nigga. Especially down south, you got your ass whooped. I'm from Texas. Got your ass whooped, beat up, just like if you came around Hispanic folks saying the word speaking way back. You got your ass whooped, right? Same thing. So respect go both ways. You know, someone called me a hypocrite. No, I don't call no Hispanic people like that. I call my own self an Afro speaker. And I'm the Afro speaker who don't take no shit. Okay? But I don't call no other Hispanic. No, I don't. At least I have respect. Something I don't have no respect for yourself. That's why. Okay? Thank you. And all my some old fake brother sister reject me in association because you're white, you the plantation nigga. And I said what I said. You going over this narrative and shit and trying to brainwash us. No, hell no. Shit, I'm not a collective, I'm an individual. Shoot. Okay? Shoot. I swear. And back in the day, those were free. You know, the ones who were free who carried them papers like immigration. They didn't hang around other, because they were like, no, they had dark ones too, they were free, idiots. Because this was the thing, and even as a Creole, because if it's a Creole, then mingle with other Africans, about what color is, because it was mixed race people who are not Creole too, who are Africans, so please get this shit, okay? Because those who were part of Master's plan on the plantation would set your ass up to be enslaved, okay? That's why folks were free or women didn't hang with other slaves. And anytime you're trying to be free, you don't hang with people who love being enslaved because they're trying to bring your ass back where it is and set your ass up. Okay? Yesterday, one of my so-called friends was acting towards me, mad, and I tried to help the brother out. Cussed me out, got violent. He had a gat, not on me. He went on, but I know he didn't care for me. But he asked about the laws. Now, finally, was a sister gal from Metro PD on the phone gonna try to cover up his bitch ass by all the crimes going on. I'm gonna call that shit out too. But I'm about to put his ass back in that prison in the plantation. Don't. I'm not your punch bag. You the white man's nigga. I'm not a punch bag. Go punch a wall. I stood there because I know how mental he is. I cuss his ass out and worse. I had to play psychology and play intelligent. But as soon as he left, I did contact the laws. Okay? And someone told me, Zach, get away from the niggas. He called himself a nigga. He's in the mindset just like in there was plantation shit. You the freeman, get away. That's what my mindset told me. Okay? You see, I'm very divisive. Because he could have killed me. Mad about his eggs being busted. That he was already busted before I got there. I gave you a bag to help your bitch ass out. Went in my bag with my luggage to get my bag. And he got mad. He got a whole apartment. He finally got to put him not homeless no more. Okay? That's a white man's nigga. He a dog Creole. But still, a white man's nigga who been locked up many times. You know, so you see what I'm saying? That's why I'm very divisive. Now my life in jeopardy because his bitch ass. I was trying to be a brother and help him, not a nigga, be a brother to help his ass out. He mad and cussing me out and knocking my shit down, talking and acting violent, chipping out and shit. So, buying into the narrative. So something told me, get away from these niggas. They worse than white supremacists because they in your community infiltrating shit. They're different. White supremacists don't live in your community. They got their niggas to do it for. Now you see why I call myself a nigga? Okay? Because back in plantation days, if the white man wanted something done, he would send his slaves to go do it for him. Y'all heard what I said? Anytime you call someone, a brother call himself a nigga, watch out. Shoot. Trying to endanger my life because your egg got busted. Yeah, shit, I could have told you go to Wayne, West University, West Houston Ministries to get you some damn eggs. Crazy ass nigga. See, you white man's nigga. Ain't no brother. Because a true brother would not act a fool like that. Acting uncivilized and shit. See, y'all now you see why thank you. So we in the twilight zone. But that's okay. Cause they're gonna be locked up again in your 50s. Penitentiary ass. Being twisted and shit. I ain't did nothing. I was trying to help your bitch ass out because I thought we were cool. I ain't did nothing to you insulted me, called me out my name. And shit. I said, that look. I said, wait, I don't have to act fool. I do it before, when you leave. You know, I'm very sneaky, baby. Don't fuck with me again, okay? Because I ain't no punching bag to nobody. And if a white man, when cops get that gun on your ass too, don't you fuck with me. I'm not the one, okay? Buy some damn eggs you drop on your own. And you on 9-10 was on them doggone drugs too. It's my business when you start doing it to me. I was just trying to help a brother out, a fake brother now later on, who was a white man's nigga. And being locked up like a damn plantation slave. Because you know slavery is still legal, called prison. Except for criminal act 13 Amendment. Read the 13 Amendment. People know their history. Dumb, stupid, ignorant. People come out there and don't have a mouth to say. Do you see why I cutthroat? Because you try to be in touch with these folks. They try to tune you out and shut you up. So I used to argue back and forth. I'm getting over that shit. But no, that's why Tina turned. She did the best, and I had no problem with her doing it. Oh, him mocking what happened to her. Some crazy ass white man nigga on that powder and was beating her ass. I don't care what Judge Joe Brown said. We know that Ike Turner admitted that on interview he whooped Tina. Okay? So she went to Europe and white folks, her other kinfolk who was white too, and blossomed. She showed did before she died and had that money too. So I'm glad Tina Turner did that. Learn from Miss Tina. She left the United States because they're talking about they're going to deport us. Because, we mix with the American too. Besides African European. But, hey, if I don't have a Tina Turner success, I don't mind. I'm going to take my blood pressure medication. I remember I had to call because I see ignorant dumb people on this app. Both on accuracy and experience. I said both got ignorant, but the cop picking sharpie motherfuckers on my nerves. Shit, I said what the fuck I said. Both your car picking up an ignorant ass, get on my fucking nerve, don't read no books. Shit. I can see somebody did not know, but you got access to books, you got access to watch some nasty damn thought videos and fight videos. You can look at some history too. Shit. Some educational shit. Mine not on that level. So anyway, y'all get my point? Accuracy in people, individuals, told these light-skinned Latinos who don't always mean they have black blood, regardless, they can use that word. It was back in the 1990s and 2000s. So I know back in the 80s, your ass got whooped. I remember them days. The early 90s in Barber and middle school, elementary school. They use that word, baby. They got their ass whooped. Somebody will all come together and say, what the heck you use that word for? Right. Shit, don't forget back in the night, baby, I'm 45. Shit, 79 kids. Shoot, don't forget them damn. Baby, we was to go check. Shit. Go check motherfuckers using the N-word. What the fuck you call us? Well, no, don't say it. What? Okay, that's what I thought. Okay. What'd I just say? What? Okay, I remember back in high school, middle school. Baby, back in 1990, baby, now you, woo. I remember that ass whoop for saying that word. It was funny too. But then, here comes dumb hip hop hijack, here these dumb accent people tell these folks, you can call me a nigga. I'm a nigga, and you go through what I go through in the ghetto. Man, shut the fuck up. I used to get tired of hearing him. Now the buffoonery is not hurting your ass. Back in the day, it didn't hurt the ass too much. But once these folks got power and got a growing numbers, and now you can't stand to use the N-word. Shit did that back in the 1990s. Some of them days, hell no, even Latinos at the joint with Easy E. And they were called niggas with attitudes on the Easy E game, NWA. They knew Toker Me and Frost, who are Mexican, knew not to use that word. Okay? They knew that. Okay? And he's right. Toka's right. You get your ass. Yeah, that's right. So wrong. You meet the wrong motherfucker. They'll whoop your bitch ass. And Toka, when he was like on Saturday, man, we rasa. He was saying, and I bet Toka said, what? Why he being your ass? Well, cause I would use it. Didn't I tell your puto ass not to use that word? but my friends, they let me. And the question is, where are them friends? Them so-called black friends? Where you get your ass whooped? What about your friends? That's what T.L. said. Will they stand their ground? Did they let you down? Cause they ain't around to help your ass. We can use that N-word. What about your friends, your black friends? Ain't around to help your ass out. When they meet the wrong motherfucker, who whoop your bitch ass acting like sin. Come on now, come on. Stand their ground. No, they didn't stand their ground. They were out there acting a fool, probably getting high, smoking dope, and getting fucking bitches and shit and everything. They ain't here. Well, who is this? This Ramondo, man. Some black dude beat me because I said, man, don't call me. I'm gonna get my dick up by the beach to the top over here, man. Man, I'm getting high, man. Don't call about that, man. But you got my back. But you my nigga, man. Shut up, man. Shoot. Come on, Deontay. No, don't, man. Don't call my phone about that bullshit, man. I'm over here getting high. I'm here saying, yo, yeah. Get my dick up on some beaches. Yeah. Yeah, man, Ramondo, man, come on, don't call my phone. No again, Ray. Ray, don't call my phone, man. Come on, D. Nah, man, I ain't gonna beat that ass up. But you shouldn't use that word then. But you say I can. Maybe but not them. Not all black folks let you use the word, but around the hood, we call each other nigga every day. And Ramondo get his behind, booked by a couple brothers who didn't play that word. Okay? Got an ass whoop, and Deontay ain't never be found. What about your friends? That's what some TLC. Will they stand their ground? Will they let you down? Oh, y'all remember something about TLC? Okay, back in 1992, that was my jam back in the days. Whew, don't make good music like that no more. Okay, anyway, see how old I am? Okay, shoot. But man, come on, Devontae. I mean, I got beat up by some couple black dudes. Cause I used the word nigga, and I said I wasn't trying to be racist. Man, don't call my phone with that shit, nigga. I don't want to hear that shit. I'm getting high. Man, get past that joint, past that motherfucker joint, man. Yeah, I don't want to hear that shit. And I got me some bunch of hoes, and they sucking my dick, and we fucking the hoes at the club, strip club. Everybody, let me let y'all go.